Well, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's been about 10 days since we came to you to see you, and I think to start out, we need to go ahead and address the elephant in the room. And if some of you weren't aware, our very own Payton Polychrones, he had another turn around the sun yesterday. Another turn around the sun, and we want to wish him a very special happy birthday. How was it yesterday? What'd you end up doing?
It was good. Well, over the weekend, we went and did a little bit of camping. So that was a nice getaway with some close friends. And then yesterday, to respect still the stay-at-home stuff, we went and visited my family at Michael's Flowers in Woodbridge. It's my family business where I come from. And so I was there with my dad, my stepmom, my brothers, and my wife and kid. And we made Cuban sandwiches, which is my favorite sandwich, and pineapple upside down cake, which is my favorite cake. And just hung out there a couple hours and then came home. And then my wife and I had a few cocktails after Miles went to bed and had a nice night. So it was good times.
Sounds like you won the day, my friend. That's awesome.
Couldn't
Well,
hope
happy
for more.
birthday
Thank
from
you.
me to you and from everyone to you as well. And we'll save you my normal singing because I do normally put people on the spot and sing to them. Just so you know, if I know your birthday, that might happen.
Okay.
But tell us a little bit about what's going on with the market because we definitely have seen some changes. And with the phase one rolling out, what are we likely to see?
Well, what I've seen so far is that a lot of the people who were not compelled to move forward during the early stages of the stay-at-home stuff are really starting to unclench. People are beginning to relax. We were not going to call it a return to normalcy, but we are looking at third quarter this year mirroring what we would have expected for second quarter in terms of a volume increase and buyer interest. When you couple that with the fact that interest rates are regulating again and the qualifications are starting to normalize also, I think we're going to see a return to normalcy, at least in real estate, in large part over the next couple of months.
Awesome. Yeah, and a few other just quick updates is one of the areas on the lending front that got hit super hard was the high balance loan products, right? Because they were more risky and due to a number of circumstances, including forbearances and the pressure that put on servicers and the lending industry, their interest rates were not friendly compared to your lower balance stuff that peters out around the $510,000 loan amount. So anything below that, we're getting those crazy low interest rates, high twos, low threes. But for the high balance stuff, which was over that 510 loan amount, then we were seeing rates up as high as 4% in multiple points needing to be paid. Well, that has sort of started to shift in the normal direction again, and we're seeing those interest rates coming down. Additionally, last update we gave you, we had mentioned that the forbearance impact, if you had taken a forbearance, was potentially up to 12 months. But it looks like all of the government loans and the Fannie and Freddie, which is basically most of your conventional FHA, VA loan products, are now going to be limiting that down to 2 months. That you would be penalized for taking a forbearance before you could apply for a new mortgage. So that's a lot more reasonable. That's great news. All of these indicators, plus what Payton just pointed out, is a sign that we're going back into the right direction. And I think that's an important thing to note.
Yeah. I think it comes down to a general relaxation. Everyone understandably panicked and didn't know what was going to happen. And as I always say, uncertainty is the root of anxiety. It's excitement with nowhere to go. And now that people have begun to build a better understanding of the world as it is now for the time being, I think that uncertainty is starting to kind of relax and people are kind of accepting that there's a new paradigm and that it's still workable, at least within the real estate industry at large. So I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, and a sign of that is on the back end, we're noticing within our brokerage a lot of listings, listing paperwork getting signed, and we're going to see a lot of that falling on the market in the next 30 to 60 days. So that normally very hot spring market is just shifting into a really probably a strong second and third quarter. So all that happened was a shift. We didn't see any type of price depreciation on the homes. Homes are not languishing on the market. So things are really positive overall. And hopefully that's encouraging to you guys. And if you're thinking about making a move or know someone who is, whether they're buying, selling, investing, or renting, Payton and I would be happy to discuss with them their options and assist them if possible. And that's all that we got for you this week. Now, we will be back to you guys in 2 weeks. Because next week I won't be around, but we'll get back to you guys in 2 weeks and we'll have some more updates for you after the phase one is implemented and how that's impacting our market. So thank you guys so much and we'll see you then.
All right, guys, take care.